There are certain aspects of live shows that recorded tracks can never give us. We all flock to get concert tickets because live performances are memorable and exciting. But what happens when an unexpected twist comes into play? Holograms, bats, kissing, bombing, and even fake deaths have rocked the stage for some of our favorite artists. Hey, what's up? I'm Tetris, and we're here to look at some of the wildest moments in live performance history. From Madonna and Prince to Metallica and Ozzy Osbourne. We've got the hottest stars with the most eye-popping performances. So get your jaw drops ready, cause MicDrop is counting down the top 11 craziest live performances. Number 11. Tupac rises from the dead. Tupac Shakur has gone down in history as one of the greatest rappers to ever live. His reign over West Coast rap made him a hip-hop king in the 90s. Naturally, his untimely death in 1996 shocked the music world and the nation. So imagine the surprise of the 2012 Coachella attendees when the man himself appeared on the concert stage, shouting out to his buddies Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and summoning them to join him for a performance. Many wondered if the rumors had been true all along about Tupac's death being a conspiracy. Sadly not. But it was technology that allowed Tupac to briefly come back from the dead as a CGI hologram. Since then, many other artists have been given the same CGI treatment, like when Michael Jackson's hologram appeared at the 2014 Billboard Music Awards. Not quite the same as the real thing, but hey, I'll take some hologram MJ. Number 10. Prince makes love to his guitar. In 1982, Prince played a concert at the Capitol Theater in New Jersey in support of his album, Controversy. The black and white footage for this old concert still exists for a reason. The artist did get a little controversial during the show. At one point, Prince has sort of a sexual experience with his guitar and even licks the instrument. He definitely takes his time and goes through all the motions, really giving fans something to watch. Later in the concert, the Purple One does a little striptease and tells the fans, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit there and watch? Come on, do something. Sounds like he's egging his fans on to join him in stripping down, but I'm pretty sure they just stood there and stared, with jaws dropped, and we don't blame them. Yowza.
Fight the real enemy.
Number 9. Sinead O'Connor rips a picture of the Pope. In 1992, Sinead O'Connor was the musical guest on Saturday Night Live and sang an a cappella version of Bob Marley's War. At the end of the performance, she stunned not only the studio audience and viewers all over the world, but even NBC executives and executive producer Lorne Michaels himself when she held up a picture of the Pope, Pope John Paul II at the time, and she ripped it to pieces. She then looked into the camera and said, "Fight the real enemy." The shocked audience was silent after, and they cut to a commercial break, but it was too late. The story was all over the news the following days, and people viewed O'Connor as a villain. She later explained that she was referring to the issue of child abuse in the Catholic Church, but it doesn't seem like many people got that reference, or they probably would have been more on board. Noble cause, confusing performance. My personal favorite, number 8, Madonna kisses Britney Spears. In 2003, Madonna performed the song Hollywood at the MTV Video Music Awards and enlisted pop princesses Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera to join in. The two young pop stars actually started out the performance by singing like a virgin as they wore sexy wedding dresses. Then Madonna came down in black and started her new song. She shocked audiences when she turned and gave Britney a little smooch. The cameras hilariously turned to stone-faced Justin Timberlake, yeah, we were shocked too, Justin, and then turned back to get the end of Madge also kissing Christina Aguilera. Though she kissed both pop princesses, the world seemed to be focused only on the lip lock with Britney, maybe because it was first, or maybe because the cameras barely caught the one with Christina. Whatever the reason, this moment went down in live performance history. So much so that people also seem to have forgotten that Missy Elliott joined in the performance as well. It was an overall fun and epic 5 minutes, but those 3 seconds seemed to take the cake. No pun intended. Madge would make out with Drake years later at the 2015 Coachella Music Festival. I was there, but that one didn't go so well. Number 7, Janet Jackson flashes the country. During the 2004 Super Bowl halftime performance, Janet Jackson took the stage with Justin Timberlake. Though they put on a pretty entertaining show, it ended with an epic disaster. When Justin sings the line from his song Rock Your Body that says "Gotta have you naked" by the end of this song, He literally did just that. JT grabbed the black leather cup of Janet's costume and ripped it right off, exposing her breasts for all to see. CBS immediately cut away from the performance, but it was too late. Everyone had seen her exposed breast, with a metal ring right on the nipple. Fans, athletes, parents, kids, everyone was stunned to see the unexpected peep show. Justin went on to apologize for the incident, saying that it was a wardrobe malfunction. But some viewers and CBS executives were still outraged. The accidental flashing had been seen by 100 million viewers. Guess the Super Bowl should ban costume changes next time. Number 6. Lady Gaga bleeds and dies. Gaga is known for her artsy performances, but it's safe to say the audience still did not see this one coming. In 2009, Lady Gaga performed Paparazzi at the MTV VMAs, beginning the number with a few lines from Poker Face, and then transitioning to her more current single. Seems normal enough, but what started off as a standard dance number soon turned bloody. After bringing out a girl in a fancy wheelchair, walking with an arm crutch herself, and then playing the piano with her leg hoisted up, the real shocker came. As Lady Gaga stood and stumbled back over the center of the stage, blood came oozing down her ribcage. Playing into her stage character, she acted injured and faint, and even smeared blood all over her face. A mourning dancer lifted her dying body, set her on the floor, and she let out one last cry of pain as the dancers huddled over her. The performance ended with Gaga being raised into the air by her arm, and she hung there looking lifeless. A pretty disturbing picture, but it seemed to go with certain interpretations of the song being about fame, media, and the demise of a celebrity. This performance was definitely not the demise of Gaga, because it was pretty impressive and only got her more critical acclaim. It even made Billboard's list for MTV VMA's 15 best performances of all time. And yes, Kanye's on there too. Number 5. Metallica fakes a stage catastrophe. In 2012, Metallica played a show in Alberta, Canada, where they pulled off some movie-like stunts and faked a whole stage collapse. While some people found this exciting, others thought it was irresponsible and just a flat-out bad idea. Some people were already on edge since just the year before the stage did collapse at a 2011 Sugarland concert, killing a bunch of people in attendance. During Metallica's show, the fake stage collapse began with a roadie coming on stage to fix a pyrotechnic piece and catching fire to himself. The man ran across the stage with his body on fire, and then the stage pieces and lighting fixtures began to fall one by one. Another man then dropped from the ceiling hanging from a wire, then fell to the ground near James Hetfield. Sounds like a theme park show, right? Well, without knowing it's a theme park show. Though they've done stunts like this before, and it's even seen in Metallica's 1998 Cunning Stunts DVD, this one in particular seemed to upset people. Maybe these people hadn't seen that DVD, or they were more worried after that Sugarland incident. Either way, it seemed to cause some commotion, especially with the nosebleed section who couldn't see the details as well to realize it was fake. Metallica did do the same thing in Mexico City and for many other performances that tour. Many people were surprised that they would simulate someone catching on fire, or even risk using pyrotechnics again, since James Hetfield himself had actually caught on fire at a show in Montreal back in 1992, and suffered second and third degree burns. But hey, I guess rock and roll just doesn't back down. Number 4, Lady Gaga gets vomited on. It should be no surprise that Gaga is on here twice. The pop star is known for her strange performances, but this one caused a lot of outrage. In March 2014, Lady Gaga performed her song Swine at the South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin, Texas. By this point in the show, she had already simulated roasting herself on a spit like a pig as her dancers brushed barbecue sauce on her, and then had a female dancer eat a sausage in a sexual way. But that was the tame part of the show. The real shocker was when she had a performance artist, Millie Brown, come on stage, and as Gaga performed Swine, Millie drank a green liquid, then stuck her fingers down her throat to force herself to vomit up the green goo all over Lady Gaga. She did a similar move later as they rode a mechanical bull together, this time vomiting black goo all over the pop star. Many people were upset because they believed it glorified bulimia and set a bad example for women. Demi Lovato, who previously suffered from the eating disorder, even tweeted after the performance, saying, "Bulimia isn't cool. Young people who are struggling to figure out their identities are often influenced by things they see their idols do." Even though Lady Gaga and Millie Brown continued to defend their art, clarifying that they were not promoting bulimia, an online petition began soon after, asking Gaga to end her performance relationship with Millie. It reached over 10,000 signatures. I might have signed. What did Millie have to say? This young artist said, "I'm using my body to create something beautiful. I think it's misunderstood by a lot of people, but it really doesn't have anything to do with eating disorders. If I was a male, no one would make such a massive association." Well, no matter who you side with on this issue, I think we can all agree that we did not see that vomit coming. Ugh. Speaking of vomiting, number 3, Bieber throws up on stage by accident. In 2012, at just 18 years old, Justin Bieber was promoting his 3rd studio album, Believe, with a world tour. Now, during his first show in Glendale, Arizona, Justin was feeling under the weather, and in the middle of a dance number for an out-of-town girl, he turned around and threw up all over the stage. The Biebs ran backstage to regroup, and the dancers continued their routine as the DJ took over for a while as someone came out to clean up the stage. Now, when Bieber came back out, all seemed well during his acoustic performance of Fall, and he even got on a platform that traveled over the audience. But after a few more numbers, he got sick again during Beauty and the Beat, quickly running off stage this time. He apologized to fans who obviously supported him and showed love, and then he finished the rest of the show. Justin later tweeted a picture of himself in bed after the concert with the caption, "Getting better for tomorrow's show." He also tweeted a quote from the movie Anchorman saying milk was a bad choice, which got fans wondering if he actually drank some milk before the show that made him sick. One thing's for sure, it must feel pretty awesome to throw up in front of thousands of people when it's not an art piece. And we commend the Biebs for his show must go on attitude. Number 2, Ozzy Osbourne bites off a bat's head. Yeah, you heard it right. During a show in Des Moines, Iowa in 1982, a fan threw a bat onto the stage while Ozzy was performing. The Prince of Darkness thought it was a fake rubber bat and so naturally sunk his teeth into it and bit off the head. He quickly realized it was a real live bat and that the bat itself had bitten him, so he went after the show to be treated for rabies. This accidental stunt definitely got him lots of media coverage and also contributed to his crazy rock and roll image. Though the following moments weren't during performances, honorable mentions go to the time Ozzy was supposed to release doves during Epic Records sales convention, but wound up biting their heads off and spitting them onto a table to shut up an annoying PR lady. And at the time, he asked Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue for a line of cocaine, and when he said they didn't have any, Ozzy took a straw and snorted up a nearby line of ants instead. I'm guessing that provides a very different kind of sensation, but hey, at least there's no risk of rabies. Number 1, Marilyn Manson gets arrested at his own concert. This gets the number 1 spot because, well, it's Marilyn Manson, so you can guess how shocking it is. At a concert in Jacksonville, Florida back in 1994, the singer pleasured himself while wearing black rubber underwear with a hole in it and also urinated on the crowd. Police arrested him at the concert and charged him with breaking the Adult Entertainment Code, so Manson spent the night in jail. He was released after passing a psych evaluation and of course went back to creating more shocking moments during his shows, including these honorable or maybe not so honorable mentions. In 1995, Manson slipped on a broken beer bottle and then picked it up in anger and dragged it across his chest, cutting himself up and creating his deepest scars. He would go on to cut himself in future shows as well. At a show in Detroit in 2001, when Manson was in nothing but a thong, he grabbed a nearby security guard, wrapped his legs around the guy's head and, well, humped it. He was later charged with battery and sexual assault and found guilty of battery and paid $4,000 in fines. Even more disturbing may be one of his previous shows in the early 90s where he had a pregnant woman come on stage, iron a Nazi flag, and then sit on the ironing board, spread her legs, and pretend to perform an abortion. Let's be honest, Marilyn Manson can probably take the whole countdown, but we're gonna stop it here. Once again, I'm Tetris, and I'm still in shock. But thanks for watching MicDrop's Top 11 Craziest Live Performances. Which performances were the craziest? Well, let us know in the comment section below. I feel like we should have added the one with Britney and the Snake. But please don't forget to subscribe to MicDrop for the latest trivia and facts on your favorite artists. We'll see you next time.